What's up, everybody? Back for another Honkai Nexus Anima. It's actually not Honkai Star Rail for once. Wow. Anyway, so earlier, I believe about 2 hours ago, they actually tweeted out about the closed beta test for Honkai Nexus Anima, right? Now, originally, I saw it, and I'm a big fan of Pokemon, and I saw some Pokemon creatures, so I was thinking that it was going to be maybe like Pokemon inspired. And apparently, it plays more like TFT, I believe it's called. I believe it's the League like chess game. It's not actual chess. It's like it's different. I don't know enough about it, so my friend's gonna show me how to play it. Um, but it looks exciting enough, and I kind of want to make content on the game. It looks cool. There's actually a gameplay trailer shown. Um, I think there's like a news account on Twitter that is posting all of it. It's all official. But this is going to be pretty much what is going to be, what is the beta for? How can you sign up? When are the signups? All that good stuff, which actually worked out in my favor. I know it says 2 hours ago, but they just tweeted about it. So I mean, hey, that works, right? Um, yeah, no, I was at work and I literally pulled out my phone. And by the way, I'm a cashier, so it's like, wow. I pulled out my phone for a second and looking at it. I was like, damn, they really got me at work. That's crazy. Anyway, so about recruitment for the Nexus Bond test. How can I participate? There is a link. I'm going to do that on my own time, right? So I'll have a link to this in the description. Description or comments, one of them, right? And then you can just go to this page and then click on the link and you can sign up for the test. When does the test recruitment end? So it starts now, right? You can do it right now and ends on September 12th. So make sure you are ready to go. I'm assuming that the beta is going to start like a week or so after, potentially. I feel like that's pretty normal to think, right? So probably by the end of September, then there'll be actual like people playing the game. Can I participate in this test without a PC iOS device? The Nexus Bond test is only available for testing on PC and iOS platforms, which sucks for me because I checked a little bit of what the iOS devices were, and my phone, because I used to have an iPhone, right, was an iPhone 11, and it's 12 and up. So it looks like I strictly am only for PC on this one. How will I know if I've been selected for the test? After recruitment ends, they draw testers. There is a questionnaire thing. I'm not too sure if it's the same exact thing because, like I said, I was at work, so I didn't get to fully look at it. But if you go onto their Twitter, right, the Nexus Anima Twitter, there is another drawing. I think it says 150 people get into that one as well. So if you want even more chances besides just using all your emails, go check that out as well. But after it ends, they're just going to email you, right? Can I modify my pre-registration information after submitting it? No, you pretty much you put in your information and you're locked in, right? About the bond test introduction, will account data be wiped after the test? Yes. You're not keeping it. That would be absolutely broken. Besides, it's the first beta test and it's closed. Like, it would not be fair whatsoever. When will the next spawn test begin? The official testing schedule will be announced separately. Stay tuned for official announcement. Like I said, it's probably going to be like a couple weeks after. I would imagine they wouldn't make you wait like a couple months or something like that. Which languages will be available? The next spawn test will support the following languages: simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, English, Korean, and Japanese. For voice, it's Chinese, English, Korean, and Japanese. What devices are compatible with this test? All these right here. All right. I know my computer's fine because I have like an i9 or something like that. Yeah, I guess look at it right here. Not much else to talk about. Is there internet connection required? Yes. I mean, I feel like that's pretty standard for pretty much every gacha game nowadays, right? Can in-game content from this next spawn test be shared on social media platforms such as screen recordings, screenshots, live streaming, etc.? Yes. Literally reading this, I was like, oh shit. I gotta lock in. Like, if I don't get in, that'd be absolutely like destroying my chances at like the views are gone, the initial like, oh hey, this ZDB YouTuber is doing content on this game, like now getting into the beta where you can record and post stuff would be brutal, absolutely brutal. Now, am I stopping Star Rail content? No, I still like Star Rail, but Star Rail content is kind of not hitting at the moment for like ideas to record to where like I would love to have a second game on the channel, and they're both Honkai, so YouTube won't absolutely just eradicate my channel for posting both, right? So yes, there's no strict resurrections. It's been a long day. Restrictions in place on sharing and distributing the game content from the sets. When posting and sharing, please follow the platform's posting guidelines. W. About test accounts and information. What credentials or passes will I need to access my test account? Players with test access can log into the game using the Hoyoverse account. I mean, it's pretty standard. What do I do if I forget? Yada yada. Game data is shared. That is good to know. So if you're playing on PC and want to go to your iPhone, you can, or your iPad, whatever the hell you have, you can go and play it on your PC and then play it on the go, which is actually pretty nice. Now I'm not going to pull up the actual gameplay for this, just in case you get in trouble for that. I mean, it said the tweet from the Twitter account said official, but I've got to be a little careful with it. Besides, they don't show too much. It was mostly just the characters running around. You can like ride your pals, Pokemon, whatever you want to call them, right? Been playing a little bit of Power World, by the way. You can ride on them, traverse around, and then the battles. There's mini games. There was one where there was like a little guy shooting at like a target in the air. Another one was breaking boxes. So there's going to be like traditional Hoyo mini games that are different from the actual combat or main gameplay, right? So expect the funny Hoyo mini games, right? They do them in every game where it's completely different. It is what it is at this point for me. And then they show the actual gameplay. It looks like there's two characters. So if you summon for the character and their Pokemon, kind of like Pokemon Masters, I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to see the actual like summoning stuff because it is a gacha. They're gonna make you summon for your characters, right? But what is really interesting is they had a custom character and it was insane. There was like a ton of options, height, skin color, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I looked at it for like 2 seconds, right? Like I said, I was at work and a bunch of this was being shown, so I was like looking at it as I had like 2 seconds, between having to, work my job, right? I saw that you could change like your face with like masks, because it looks pretty cool, right? If you want to look at that, like I said, look up like Nexus Anima Universe, right? Maybe I'll link it in the description for you guys. That's just like, seems to me be like the Twitter news account, and Twitter is the social media I use the most. That's the one I follow, right? But overall, the game is looking pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know not every Star Rail player is going to care about this game. I know a lot of people are bummed it's not going to be like some turn-based like Pokemon, which, to be fair, Star Rail is kind of filling the turn-based like slot at the moment. So I feel like Hoyo doesn't really care too much about having like similar games. I know ZZ and Genshin are kind of close, but ZZ is more combat oriented from the looks of it, right? People would definitely argue that one, right? But I feel like they're going for a game in every avenue, right? So I feel like it wouldn't make too much sense to have it be turn based. But like I said, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'm definitely gonna try to get in, and if I do get in, expect Nexus Anima content. But like I said, let me know in the comments if you're excited, if you care, you don't care. Are you going to drop Star Rail for this? Are you going to play both? Let me know, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Best of luck on getting into the beta.